Hey everyone, it's Holly from AskHollyHall.com. And we're going to first start off with some cards. And then we're going to do some astrological readings. I'm just going to wait for people to chime on. And I have my astrological cards, but I kind of use it just to get some clairvoyancy in. However, I do need an exact question. Good, Miss Bella. How are you? Okay, I need an exact question. Soon I will do astrology readings, which means you will give me your birth date, your birth year, and the time if you have it, and your exact questions. Okay, so, but right now I'm just going to do some cards. And it looks like the theme of the day, according to the cards, is the planet Uranus. And the planet Uranus is about not feeling like we fit in, not feeling human, feeling that we shouldn't be on this planet, not in a gruesome way, okay? More in a feel like kind of like we're alien, very different than everybody else, and feeling extremely unique, and maybe a fear of not being able to go by the beat of your own drum. Okay, please share. Let people know that I'm doing some free readings. I'm pretty hardcore with my readings. I'm pretty hardcore with my clients. I don't let them get away. I don't let them cause bullshit, right? When somebody says, well, I can't do this because I don't have a diploma. And I'm like, bullshit. You are a Capricorn. You have strong Saturn up against your moon. You are someone who is so goal-orientated that you never relish in the achievement of each goal you make, and you reach for the next goal. And then once you're in that goal, you don't even recognize it. You're a hard worker and you do not realize how valuable you are to the people in your life and the people that you work with. Okay, do me, it's one of them days. Okay, Cece, I get it. Let's do it one of these days. Basically, I'm not turning my computer on because I sucked at getting it charged. So, and you know what? That's interesting because I got Saturn fell out and the 12th house. And that's exactly what I just finished saying, Cece. So I need an exact question though, okay? When you give me an exact question, I will give you the answer. Why was it one of those days? According to this, you've been working too hard. And you're keeping that invisible. You're not tooting your own horn. And you're expecting other people to toot it for you. But they don't even know how hard you're working. They don't know everything that you're accomplishing. Nobody knows because you're hiding it. Does that resonate with you? It feels, oh, another live. Cool. Hello, everyone. Yeah, I want to build up a tribe here. And I want you guys to support each other too, because you're all psychic as well. You've all have gifts. Psychic isn't like you're pulling out something out of thin air. The library is there. It's called Source. And I pull from Source all the time. And you give to Source. And when I pull from Source, it's stuff that you've already given, which is kind of like a remote viewing. Okay, so we're going to go for Rhonda. And she wants to know about, is my finances going to be resolved? Well, it looks like you're already dealing with a bank. And you have considered going, you got to stay out of the institution that you're in. It's asking you to go to a more community-based institution, such as I don't know, what do you call them? Credit unions. Okay. I don't know where you are, if you're in Canada or United States. But it's asking you to go where it's more like a community base. You're in the wrong institution. You're working at amalgamating some of your financial situations. Seems like there's a loan that you got to pay off. Is it a student loan? That's what I'm getting. Well, it definitely is something that you did to advance yourself and to expand on something. Okay. And thanks, Zoe. Thanks for supporting Cece. We're here to support each other. Okay. So Rhonda, Cece said it's true. Because what I had said to her was she's doing way too much heavy lifting and she's not tooting her own horn. So you need to let the boss know that you're the one doing the work. Okay? And sometimes we can do this in a real sneaky way. We can say, hey, I just did some work and I was just wondering if you approve of it. Which basically is saying, I'm doing work. My coworker isn't doing it. I'm doing it. I know you told Susan to do this for you, but Susan kind of asked me to help out, and I just want to make sure we're on the right page. Okay? So good. We're here as a tribe. We're here to support each other. Will I enjoy my summer place? My place in September. Why did I say summer? See, that's a Freudian slip. Feels like a summer place. It feels like there's a lot of nature, a lot of trees, and the 9th house says, yeah, this is something, this gives you freedom. Somehow this is giving you a certain amount of freedom. But this is also indicating a certain travel around it. But it's also indicating that you're looking at hiring your education. And you're going to love this. This doesn't feel like an apartment. It doesn't feel like it's enclosed. It feels open and fresh. Right? New neighborhood. Yeah, I get that. But it's okay. Rhonda, does that resonate with you? Rhonda says nice, and then she says no. Okay, no to something. So we'll see what she says no to. Then she says yes again. Okay, so will my psychic skills grow? So I'm going to give you a trick to helping your psychic skills grow. And it's what most people don't want to do. It's the scariest thing. I'm kind of putting it out there how you got to put your birth date. It's kind of like, my name is September 1976. AskHollyHall.com is where you can get your reading done. So, Miss Bella, you got to put yourself out there. You got to do something like what I'm doing. I've been doing this for 25 years. I do this full time. Well, it's part-time, but I choose it to be part-time. This is my full-time gig. This is all I do. My clients come to me. Honestly, the average client sees me about 10 times. Yeah. The average client sees me about 10 times. That's less than 50% of my clients see me about 10 times, if not more, probably till the day I die. And I just had a client book 10 sessions because we're going to be working on what's keeping her from falling in love with the right person because she's been falling in love with the wrong person. Okay, so the more you put yourself out there, Miss Bella, the more the psychic abilities come out. So I started off talking about dreams, talking about astrology, doing astrological readings. I was fortunately highly endorsed by Dr. Shefali, who's been on Oprah a million times. She's a parenting coach. So I do have a lot of clients come to me to understand their children and to understand themselves as a parent, therefore understand their own childhood with their own parents. AskHollyHall.com. Okay, so Mars is, again, Bella, take action. Right, so this is the energy of Aries and the energy of Leo. You got to shine the light on you, which means you got to come out of that ego closet, because the ego, sometimes you think, oh, I'm all that in a bag of chips. No. Sometimes it simply means that you're telling yourself, the ego is telling you, you're not good enough. You're not going to be big enough. You're not that important. Stay in the closet. Okay? Because what happens is when I started coming out, my clairvoyancy came out. My remote viewing just came out about a year and a half ago. And some mediumship comes out as well. So that's what you got to do. Practice makes perfect. Will I be successful this year at work? I'm going to do the astrological readings as soon as I get my computer charged up. I got to charge my phone up first because I've been terrible at doing that. Okay, but we're going to answer, will I be successful this year? Virgo, it says yes, but you got to work, so you got to serve right now. So you got to do a lot of serving others right now, and you got to stick to your plan. Okay, you made a business plan or somebody helped you make a business plan or career plan, and you've got to stick to that. Okay, if you waver off of it, you know what's going to happen? You're going to have minor health issues that are due to diet and nutrition, like gastritis stomach, or I feel sick to my stomach. Okay, that's what's going to tell you. That's how your body tells you that you're off track. Rhonda, if you could resonate some of it with me, we can keep going. Just keep asking. Holly, you are encouraging. You're wonderful. Thank you, Miss Bella. Yeah, just do it. You know, and I know people. I got a financial guru that I deal with. I've been working with him for 2.5 years, and he's 30. He was 29 when I started working with him, and he makes really good money. You know, he makes 6-figure, way above 6-figure, $250,000, sometimes more. But he wants to be a billionaire. We did a past life regression, and he worked for a king, and his job was to get taxes from the poor people of the village. He felt so guilty because they were starving from paying all the taxes. This is his past life. That he would steal, because he was the gardener as well, he would steal food, give them food. He got caught, and he was executed by the king. So in this lifetime, he can only make money if he does what's ethical. One of his pet peeves is, you know, those commercials and those videos you see on YouTube? You give me $15,000 and I will make you a billionaire. You want to earn 6 figures? Come to me, right? I already earned 6 figures. I get so many people coming to me. I'm going to be your life coach. Do you make 6 figures, Holly? Let me help you. I'm like, yeah, I make 6 figures. Bye-bye. But what they're going to do is make me pay a lot of money. These people went to school to learn how to do to me what was done to them. Pay a lot of money. And that's his pet peeve. So guess where he's at right now? He doesn't want to be a billionaire right now. He's at a place of such tranquility, because he was in a lot of stress, that it doesn't matter to him. Being rich doesn't matter that much to him. And he's in this bliss right now. We're going to get him there, because he does have to serve the world and help people to learn to manage their money, their finances, no matter how poor they are. So the next one is Jenny. Will my worries end next month? All of a sudden, yes. And it's going to probably end unpredictably, like you don't expect it to. That's with the planet Uranus. And you know what? The universe says, you don't like your job? Are you going to quit, or are we going to have you fired? You don't like your financial situation? Are we going to have you foreclose or amalgamate or tear up some credit cards? Or are you going to go bankrupt? You know, this seems to be the message that I'm getting for you. So it'll be a very sudden, unexpected, and your worries will be gone next month. Let's take a look at, did I miss somebody? So Lorna, will I ever own a home? And you're August 8th, 83. First of all, yeah, the dream home you've always wanted. And you want country. You want country. And I saw animals right away. And this means yes. The sun means yes. And, but, I'm seeing an amalgamation as if you've got to do this home with somebody else. And that somebody else won't live in the home, but you have a challenge with that. I mean, internally, you have a challenge with that. I'm getting May of 2023. By the way, that's my global prediction for real estate going down, is in the spring of 2023. I just moved to Hope, BC, and wonder, the island? Hope? Is there an island, Hope? And wondering, will I find a good paying job here? Yeah, absolutely. There's a woman, you already know who she is. You meet her like sort of in a coffee shop. She's the one that's been telling you all of the ins and outs of the area that you've been living in. You bumped into her and she told you, like, well, you got to know this and you got to know that. You almost kind of thought, ew, you're the gossipy girl, aren't you? You're the Miss Know-It-All of the neighborhood. But she's the one who's going to find you a job. Okay. Also ask that coffee shop place if they know of it, because it's there. But there's definitely you love it too. It's a very social job, and very social, and you love it. Yes, that's true. I doubt myself all the time. I know. And confidence only comes with putting it, like bravery. It takes courage. I pulled the card Leo. It takes courage. It takes bravery. Some people say, well, I don't have the courage to have courage. Well, courage means you don't have the courage. That's what it takes. That's why it takes courage, right? It means you're afraid, you're scared, you're frightened, you feel less than, you feel like you can't make it work out, but you do it anyways. That's courage. So May 8th, I'm still waiting for my phone to charge up so I can charge up my computer. But I'm going to what do I have to do to have a happy home? I'm really choked up because your home has not been happy for a long time. It wasn't happy when you were younger as a child either. And there's a lot of arguing right now. There's a lot of arguing, not just you and your partner, but I see a young boy that's got a lot of hot-headed energy. This boy or a child that's similar to a masculine personality, which is very feisty, is it's really causing you guys to fight a lot in the home. And you experienced this as a child, where you had a sibling who had your parents fighting all the time. You might not have been aware of that. I'm going to see if that resonates with you before I move on. Growing your psychic skills just takes practice. What I get like thoughts in my head, and I think that I'm just making it up. But when I say it out loud, it totally resonates with the other person. So you start with the thoughts in your head. Also, do as much creativity and much art as possible. The more creative, the more art you do, even simple things like if you normally would pick this glass up with your right hand, you pick it up with your left hand. If you were to use your fork to eat or your spoon to eat something with your right hand, use your left hand. That way you're strengthening the opposite side of your brain, which is the right side of our brain, which is where our creativity is. And you do, a message from source. Source, please give me messages. Please align me with the Akashic Records and Library. Renee, will Quinn and I end up together? Again, I'm waiting for my phone to charge up so that I can get, I'm going to get rid of some. So I can't get on right away, Kayla, with my astrology, but I will in a minute. So Renee, Quinn and I end up together. Quinn's with somebody else, right? Quinn's with somebody else, and Quinn likes an enormous amount of freedom. If not with somebody else, then there is another person that is from the past that's pulling him back. So there is a possibility that this can work out between the two of you, but there's something you're not quite aware of yet. There's conversations that are he's hiding stuff from you. He's not telling you everything that's going on because he's very sensitive to criticism. Tell me if that rings true for you. Good evening. I just said I wanted a house with a cow, some chickens, and a garden. There you go. That's what you're going to get. next May. Will I retire soon? 1962 November. The question is, do you really want to retire, or do you just don't want to be working for the company that you've been working for a long time, or the industry that you've been working for a long time? So really what you want to do is you want to be able to do something that you've always wanted to do. You're a worker bee. So I'm not sure. Coffee shop. Haven't seen one yet, but was given a list of few places in a coffee shop is on it. Okay, go to that coffee shop tomorrow. They're probably busy. Go out like around 10, 11, or around 2, 3, or near when they close, when they're not so busy. Okay, so will I retire soon? Nope, you still need to save a bit more money. But that money that you want to make on the side after you retire, you can do it. And there's a partnership. So somebody wants to do this business with you, or it's in and around the legal field. It's doing what you've been doing, but freelancing yourself, going out, doing it on your own. You got clients that'll follow you too. And somebody wants to partner with you on it. Does that make sense? Does that ring true? Does that resonate? That's all true, except there's no boy. Do you have a child that's got a masculine personality that's feisty, argumentative, aggressive? Are you guys arguing over their behavior, like how you parent that child because of that aggressive feistiness? Okay, any career guidance, please. Okay, Jessica, so that's me too. A lot of thought in my head. I will definitely do that. Good. So, yes, use your non-dominant hand. So, March 13th. Now, you are definitely going through a very confusing time right now. Specifically, you're born at 9:30 p.m., specifically around... You do not value your level of intelligence, okay? You went to school for something that you didn't end up doing. And if I can, okay, so I'm going to sign off here. And I'm going to quickly go... Oh, what happened to my... There we go. And I've got my stuff open here. So career guidance, please. You went to school. You're not happy with what you went to school for or what you've been trained in. And I think what I'm getting is that you're going to have to take a break. You need to take a rest, okay? You're very good at nurturing. You've thought about being in the counseling, 9:30 p.m. But let me just see what's going on here. Follow me because I do these last-minute readings. I might do one tomorrow afternoon. AskHollyHall.com. And if you guys sign up to my Substack, you get 20% off. And you can unsubscribe anytime. You need an enormous amount of freedom. You're very good at being a caregiver, and you feel for those who have less than. You're going to have an opportunity. You have an opportunity for a career right now, but you've been resistant to it. You need your freedom. So have you ever thought of being a caregiver? You wouldn't be bad at real estate, but have you ever thought about being a caregiver, but you're doing it on your own? Like you're on your own. You're not working for somebody else. You make your own hours. Okay, you make your own hours, and this is you're in a magic wand phase. So this is a dream that you've always had, and this will happen for you if you can hang in there. It should have happened in April and May, but you were hesitant because sometimes you can be a little bit lazy. So you just decided you like to chillax a lot, which is okay. I wish I could chillax a lot. And so this may not come back again until September and October. Okay, does that resonate with you? Live went pause. Oh, okay. It was just for a second. Oh no, you paused. Please repeat what you were saying about message from source. Yeah, you just ask messages from source. Will I be changing careers? Yeah, like I had just said, I think that's the one that I'm reading for March 13th right now. Let me know if that resonates with you. November 28th. Will I retire soon? I don't have your year, sweetie, so I can't do that. I need your birth year. You're frozen. All I hear was my name. Carla. Oh. Oh, my life keeps freezing? Oh. Is it still freezing? Kayla, did I answer your question? Sorry if it froze. Am I still freezing? Freezing. Normally they don't work. Is my husband Arnie finally thinking about coming home? Oh, I didn't answer that. That's my husband's name, Arnie. I didn't answer your question at all, so let's do that now. I'd have to look at Arnie's birth date as well. But he's 10:53. He's kind of having a good time right now. I mean, he's being very irresponsible. And, you know, you are naturally attracted to partners that need and want and desire their freedom. Should have came home at the beginning of this year, February, March. So if that didn't happen, I'm not getting a good answer on that one. He has either depression or escape issues, like around drinking. And he'd just rather do that, rather party. That resonates with you. Okay. I do have, I'm not going to. So I answered that there. Yes, thank you so much. Jessica agrees with the answer that I gave her. And it's probably my connection, LOL. Seems better. Now, a couple people complained. Kayla, you're saying he's August. Normally I don't do two people, but I'm going to do this one just because his name is Arnie. So he's already a Leo, so that tells me right off the bat that he likes to be in the midst of party town. Do tell me if this resonates with you. Yeah, he's been giving a whole lot of responsibility. I don't know if you guys suddenly got a house and you suddenly have children or you have your own children, but he's very lost and confused, especially in love. And he's going to be in this lost and confused, and he's been really critical. So before he came, and yet he was so soft and caring, he took charge, right? He was ready to take on all this responsibility. Now all of a sudden it's like, so he feels as if he's not good enough. He feels every advice that you give him, every suggestion that you give him, he feels like it's like a personal criticism around that. And he's going to be, I'm sorry to say, in this confused state until March of 2023, I think. Nope. Until the end of next year. Will I ever get October 7th? Will I ever get offer from Lindsay low rental housing soon? Will I lose weight and be healthy? Please share. Let's look at askhollyhall.com. My readings are as low as $37 if you want to have a reading. This is what I do full time, people. So, the thing with losing weight for you is your digestive system. So you can't eat things that are difficult to digest. You've got to eat things in order of digestion as well. So for instance, fruit digests the fastest, 20 to 40 minutes. And you have to eat it alone, except for bananas. Don't eat bananas until you lose the weight. Again, I'm not a nutritionist or a medical professional. You've got a very sensitive digestive system. You've got a huge sweet tooth as well. It's not for lack of trying. You work very, very hard. But last year was a really tough year. So you ate all those feelings down because it's hard for you to express your feelings. You get really detached and distant. It looks like you've got a father or a mother, I think, who had a weight problem as well. So yeah, and you saw her go up and down, up and down, up and down. And so you want to take a look at mom issues. We can work on that if you want to work with me, askhollyhall.com. And you will lose that weight actually starting very soon, at the end of the year and the beginning of the year. But if you do the digestion thing, red meat takes the longest to digest. Okay, red meat takes the longest to digest, so that's what you want to eat fast. Salads and vegetables, second, they take about an hour to an hour and a half to digest. Fish, easier to digest, then chicken, then red meat, pork and red meat. Okay, I'd actually stay away from pork. If you want to take supplements such as your vitamin Bs, take a look at your iron and your vitamin B levels. Then you want to take those sublingual underneath the tongue or drops. Your Ds, your Bs, your Cs have to be sublingual underneath the tongue. And then, you're going to lose that weight. And the other thing, you're really hard on yourself. So if you're going to do some exercising, even if it's only for 20 minutes a day, do it first thing in the morning, because then you're all proud of yourself all day long. If you wait, you'll never get it done. That's just your personality. You'll talk yourself out of it. You'll be like, I'd rather do this and play and have my freedom. And then you'll beat yourself up the next day because you didn't do it. I'm going to do it in the morning and so on. So just get it over with in the morning. That's a Virgo thing. I'm a Virgo too. Will I get approved will I get my offer? AskHollyHall.com. You're going to want to follow me because I'm going to do these randomly. I used to do them all the time on Facebook, and on my Facebook, people are mad at me because I'm not there as much. But I'm like, you're already my clients. I want more clients from a different place, right? And August 30th, October 7th, 64, housing. Wish I had the time of your birth, because I look at the moon for housing in the 4th house, and I need the time of the birth for that. But let's see if something else stands out. There's no reason why you shouldn't get that housing according to this, unless you're born much later in the afternoon, like even in the evening. That would definitely make it a challenge. And the housing approval, you need to contact them again. You need to send them an email. Somehow you got lost in the shuffle, or you didn't give them some information that they needed, and they've put you aside because they're only looking at the people that have given them the full amount of information. I don't know if that resonates with you, but I got this really cool thing. Vicky, will I get approved for disability? This is, you needed your doctor for this disability to be approved. I believe it's stress, mental health issues around disability. And the doctor, if you don't get approved, I want you to ask why. Because it wasn't that it was you. I'm feeling like the doctor did not fill out everything that could have been filled out to make a strong case. And it's really the person who just says, can't be bothered. Let's move on to the next one. Denied, right? So you're going to want to oppose that. But May 20th, 73 at 1 a.m. Let's see what astrology says, because that's what my psychic ability is saying to me. And will my disability get approved? So yeah, the answer is yeah. I'm not seeing the money rolling in until my first check, until the beginning of the year. Damn, you needed it sooner than that. It should have came in May and June, so maybe you already had to go through that whole rigmarole about getting a second opinion or getting a doctor's information, etc. Will I be able to connect more to my spiritual gifts? Absolutely. Jessica, you just sit in silence and listen. Madison, guess what? Guess what? Keep missing me. Vicky, I think I just did yours. I didn't keep missing you. I just didn't get there yet. I think. Scent paper crane. May I ask a second question, please? Let me just see who else is here. No gastrointestinal. You are awesome. Okay, so gastrointestinal. No, for you, it's just digestive issues, which means it's difficult for you to digest foods. And that's where the weight gain comes in. I think you're the one that asked about the weight. I will get the raise that I recently asked for. First of all, congratulations for asking for that raise, because it's amazing how many people I guide with divine timing, instead of quitting that job, which is what they wanted to do, throw the baby out with the bathwater, get that raise. In fact, I got the funniest story. Wish I had your time of birth, but we don't. Where a client just wanted to get out of Dodge. She wanted to get out of her job so bad. And she was sick and tired of it. And it was because somebody else had moved into a certain department that was making her life a living hell. And I said, you need to go to your boss. They really like that you're there. They'll do anything to keep you. Like, you got to do that. And she was too shy. She was too scared. So she was willing to work anywhere, like literally work at like a freaking job she would have hated. And I was like, no, you got to do this. If you're too shy, write it in a proposal. What? And she never did. And guess what happened? Thank goodness. You know why this happened? Because we talked about it. I had about 6 sessions with her prior to this. We talked about it so much, Source started to come in and manifest with us. That's what happens. And all of a sudden, her boss, she found another job. She was about to put in her resume, or not a resume, her letter of, I'm leaving my job, resignation. And her boss came up to her and said, I heard that you were going to quit, that you got another job, that you're going to quit. And she's like, yeah. He goes, what do you want? I'll do whatever you want to keep you. And because we had this conversation to her and I previously, she asked for everything, which she normally wouldn't, like everything. She asked for a raise. She asked for a different position. She asked for a different department, like everything. And she got it. And she's so happy. Okay. So this one here, you're asking if you're going to get that promotion. And I'm going to look at 434. So let me look at Jupiter. Yep, you're going to find out mid September. You get it. Sneaking in that second question. So Diane, you get that raise. Yeah. It starts mid-September. Okay. Hey, all I ask is for your birth date and your question and your year and your time if you have it, and your question. And thanks for the paper crane. Love to have your feedback, Miss Vicky. And sorry, one more question. Will I be able to connect more to my spiritual gifts? I said yes. Somebody asked about a chat. Did I get your low housing? Yeah. I got you, Vicky. Oh, well, if I may ask, January 9th, when will I get surgeries to replace both knees? First of all, I want you to look up PRP. P as in Paul, R as in Robert, P as in Paul. My husband had it. He had 3 knee surgeries, but never a replacement. He had this PRP. It is about $800 a knee. And he doesn't need knee surgery now. His knees regenerated itself. If you're in BC, Dr. Shannon Aubrey Shannon does that. Okay, look into PRP. Otherwise, let's look at knee replacements. And I'm doing a body scan, and you got too much calcium in your system, which means you're taking artificial calcium. Whatever the doctors say, that's what I'm getting. Okay. 68, and don't have your time of birth, so I'll see what I can see. Yeah, you should be getting the okay about it in February and March, or you're getting the surgery February and March, and a card popped up, and it's 3rd house, so 3, so I'm going to say March is when it'll happen. Okay. Thanks for sharing my live. Will I get a raise that I recently asked for? Yes, you will, mid-September. Got your spiritual gift. Oh, will Chad and I ever be in each other's lives? And the answer is, this is the house of child and childhood, the moon. This is also the house of home. So if he's from your childhood, or you have a child together, or you did live in the same home together, Uranus means no. There's a need for freedom, separation of the two of you. Ask your question. Eat each other's lives. I just gave you that. I'm in Alberta. I will look into PRP. Okay. Well, you're just a hop, skip, and a jump away. I'm in Ontario, and I still use Dr. Shannon. But we did obviously have to go visit her to do the PRP. Okay. And she'll do I think she'll do a free consultation with you. Aubrey Shannon, she's at Rise Fitness. Tell her that I sent you. Rise, R-I-Z-E Fitness. I know it sounds weird, but it's a rehabilitation. And so she does a lot of that stuff. Okay. Any other questions? And then we're going to, hey, Janice. She's a client of mine. Am I in my forever home, or will I move again? I'm not getting any of that. Video is freezing too much. Okay, Zoe, I'm thinking it might be you, because I'm answering everybody's questions. So Janice wants to know, will Shake get a scholarship? And she selected to get one, but the signed document says AskHollyHall.com is where you can get a reading done. And you can get them as low as $37. Yeah, she's going to get that one. I'm not sure if it's going to be this semester, though. Let me look. No, it'll be this semester. Yep, she'll get it. Am I in my forever home? I love that both our names are Holly. Because there's not that many Hollies. In fact, my full name is Holly Ann. And what's really cool is your birthday is my daughter's birthday. And my name is Holly, name's Holly. So we got this synchronicity thing going on, girl. What? Twins. Am I in my forever home? AskHollyHall.com is when you can get a reading from me. This is my full-time gig. I apologize if I don't have enough openings. If you're really far away, like I just had a client reach out to me who's in Australia, and I accommodated her timing because obviously, my 3 in the afternoon is her 3 in the morning. She doesn't want to get up at 3 in the morning. So I accommodated her a couple of hours later, so she only has to get up at 5. Which she normally gets up 6, so she's not too worried about it. Okay, is this my forever home? Is this my forever home? Is this my forever home? If you just got that home, then it is. But I see something else coming up. And it might be a treat you just can't beat. And that'll be in the fall of 2023, as early as March of 2023. But let me look back. If you just moved into this house in June, in May, then it is your forever home. No, you're going to get it. She's in there. I see her in there. I don't know, Zoe. It's not meant to be. But I'm going to pull a card for Zoe. And Zoe, there's money coming your way. Unexpected money. And it's coming from... It's like an inheritance or some kind of a windfall. Not like a lottery. It's like money that you should have had. And it's coming to you. Forever home, yes, very glitchy, didn't hear you. Is it glitchy, Holly? You are still freezing on and off. Okay, it looks like I just have a bad signal. So Janice, the answer was yes. And it looks like I have, for some reason, a bad signal. So I'm going to sign off. Sucks. I'm going to try and come on again tomorrow. Okay? And see if we can get a better signal. I am in an area that has bad Wi-Fi, like very unpredictable Wi-Fi. So I'm so sorry for that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this up. I'm going to download it. No, I can't because it's way too long. I can only do 10 minutes. Okay, guys, I'll be back tomorrow. Let me know when it's glitchy. Again, always, so that I'm not doing a bunch of readings and nobody knows what's going on. Okay. Love you all. Namaste.